Hello YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. I have the lighting over here, I have the lighting over here, I have the fan over here. I am feeling a lot better than I did this past Monday. I'm remembering to breathe, I'm remembering to think, I'm remembering to pause. And of course I never need to be reminded that no racist, no bigot, etc. needs an excuse to express their racism, their bigotry, etc. In the meantime, I want to let you know that one of the reasons why I feel so good today is because I had a miracle earlier today. It wasn't necessarily a money miracle. Money was involved, but so the last several weeks there is this ice cream guy who has been in my area, and every time that the ice cream guy shows up, I'm either in the middle of something or I'm in the middle of something else, and I'm like, give me a break, I want to have some ice cream from an ice cream truck, please. So finally everything aligned. I was fully dressed, I had my keys at the ready, I couldn't find my wallet, but I wanted to use money from my wallet, so I needed to find my wallet. Got an ice cream sandwich for myself and for my awesome audiovisual person, which was delicious, and I'm happy. Okay, so with that being said, the time is approximately... What time is it? It is approximately 8:38 p.m. Eastern Time, and the date is Thursday, June 4th, 2000... Durga the cat is having a moment. Pardon me. The date is Thursday, June 4th, 2020. The moon is waxing in Sagittarius. Tonight is the night of the bright moon, the night of the night before the full moon, in both the full moon and lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. And the topic of this video, I am continuing my brand new ongoing series. Okay, Durga, thank you so much, but may I remind you I'm doing a video. I love you, but please... Okay. She's having a moment. You know what? Let me have a sip of coffee. Because everything is always better with... Well, in my opinion, everything's always better with coffee. Especially the specialty coffee of La Casa de Roberto, formerly Chicopea. I'm telling you, I'm making an amazing cup of coffee. I'm making an amazing pitcher of coffee, too. Like I was saying, this is the next video in my brand new series of ongoing series of videos where I do an exploration of one card at a time of one particular tarot deck. So I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up of this gorgeous, gorgeous brand new tarot deck called the Pride Tarot, a collaborative deck. By various artists, published by US Game Systems this year. And what I'm going to do is we're going to go to, since I've already shown you this card, and I've already showed you this card, as well as the back of the card design, now we're going to start with Trump Zero, the Fool. It's interesting how I say it that way. So, with this exploration of this tarot deck, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the card, talk a little bit about the card, and then I'm going to read the bio of the artist that's featured on the deck, or rather on the card. So this is the Fool card, and oh dear. You can tell I need my reading glasses for a lot more. Sam Wright. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Durga, yes, please, thank you. So let me have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up of this beautiful Fool card, and then I will read to you the bio of the particular artist. And I will need to get another pair of reading glasses, so if you'll pardon me. Okay, so... I found this on a website. What I love about them is that they have lights. And this is great for reading, because sometimes I'm on a bus or a bus, and they don't have the overhead lights on, so this is perfect for when I want to read and it's dark. Oh, and if you're sleeping with somebody, this is great. You don't want to disturb them. So the Fool. It's in alphabetical order. So, massive. So it's not Sam Wright, it's Sam Kahn. Wow, that is so embarrassing. Sam Kahn. H-I-J-K. This is in their own words. My practice focuses on stories and community, working with individual stories and people. I recently completed my own tarot deck composed of portraits of 78 different LGBTQ+ individuals, and I am working on an anthology of comics focusing on the various answers to the question, who are you? I focus on work that can be consumed, owned, and participated in by everyone. My studio is rounded out with fellow queer witches, Aaron Black and Bex Carlos. And I'm going to have the website address of Sam Kahn as well as their Instagram username. So one of the things that I love about the Fool card is that it is a card that represents new beginnings, and because it is a major arcana card, because it's a major key, because it's a trump card, it really is indicative of divine forces. So for me, the Fool card is about divine forces at work that are bringing this new beginning. And, you know, on a mundane level, this card is about the possible birth of a child. You know, I want to share something very interesting about this card. And I just remembered this. One of my personal favorite tarot books is entitled Tarot Plain and Simple by Anthony Lewis. And it's one of the most comprehensive tarot books that I've ever encountered. It's very simple, it lives up to its name, it's beautifully written, and it's very comprehensive. And I just remembered that when Anthony Lewis first wrote this book, I think it was like more than 10, 15 years ago, something like that, he wrote that the Fool card has as one of its potential interpretations an individual who is either gay or bisexual. So, you know, the G in LGBTQ+ represents gay, the B represents bisexual. So it's interesting that I just remembered that now, and then I actually did not remember that until like not even, 30 seconds ago. So this card, especially in a reading with this deck, is an indication of somebody in the client's life who is either gay or bisexual. And yes, there are people who are genuinely bisexual. I know there's this conversation, for lack of a better term or phrase, that nobody is truly or genuinely bisexual. I have had the honor and pleasure of meeting people that are genuinely bisexual. I've had the honor and pleasure of having sex with a few of them, and they are genuinely bisexual. There is somebody that I met on, I've yet to meet him in person, but he doesn't live like 50,000 miles away. He lives in Long Island, which is considered the unofficial 6th borough of New York City, even though it's not a New York City borough. But he did say in a group chat that he is bisexual, but he has been getting more into guys lately. So there are people who are genuinely bisexual. Sometimes they may be more inclined to one gender as opposed to another, or to both genders at the same time. But there are people who are genuinely bisexual. I just want to put that out there because it's important to say, and it's important to know. And I love this multicolored sky. I mean, there's this beautiful golden yellow, there's this white, there's this sky blue, there's this deeper blue, there is this, I always forget which one is which, but I think fuchsia is the combination of red and pink, and magenta is the combination of red and purple. So I'm going to say these are fuchsia areas of this sky. And I don't know if you saw it in the close-up, but I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do one more close-up of the card. And if you notice, there is a flower on the center of the backpack. And it looks to me like a sunflower, but in the very center of the flower, there is a rainbow circle. And I love, love, love that detail. It's a small detail, but you know, I love details, especially in art. You know, it doesn't matter to me if it's a big detail or a small one. And I love that the staff looks very similar to the staff that's often depicted in the hands of Egyptian deities. It has that Set or that Osar head to it, and I really love that it's so comedic. So yeah, so the Fool card is, for me, is also about new beginnings. And I think that now a lot of people are beginning to explore new beginnings, beginning to create new beginnings. You know, I know that back in April, one of the new beginnings I created for myself, and it was definitely after the vernal equinox, at least in my part of the world, where the sun entered Aries, which is the sign of new beginnings. In other parts of the world, it was the date of the autumnal equinox, when the sun entered Libra, but I digress. So one of the new beginnings I created for myself in April was creating and maintaining routines, because a lot of stuff was happening and a lot of stuff wasn't happening because of the COVID-19 situation. Now I find myself creating a whole new beginning, which is in part in response to the deaths of Breonna Taylor and George Floyd and Tony McDade, and there's another death that occurred not too long ago, and I don't remember his first name, but I believe it was Sean, although I don't remember that offhand, and I do apologize for not remembering offhand. But there's so many new beginnings that are already opening up for me. There's a new beginning for Notions and Potions, which is finally reopening, which makes me very happy and very excited, and I can't wait for that. So look at this Fool card, whether or not you have this deck, whether or not you are going to acquire this deck, as an opportunity for new beginnings for you. And with that, I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful night. Have a wonderful weekend. Remember to nourish and nurture your bodies, your minds, and your souls, your homes. And take extra special care of yourself. And good night.